Sometimes murder is the answer. Okay, you know what? I take that back. Hi everyone, it's your girl Avery from A Very Avid Reader, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, this is kind of a chill setting, a chill vibe, as one might say. That is because today I'm going to be filming another reading vlog. I personally enjoyed filming the last one, and I hope that you enjoyed watching it. If you did, if you haven't watched it, go ahead and check it out. Then come back to this video because it's going to be something, I think. I actually have no idea, depending on how this book is that I'm going to read. So the book I'm going to be reading in this video is Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens, which is very popular and has been really just the thing of the book community for the last year or two. So I'm excited to finally rip into it. That sounded kind of violent, and I don't condone violence against books, so forget I said that. So I was just thinking, can I read this whole book in one sitting, in a few hours? And I don't know, it seems possible. Spoiler alert, that did not happen. Also, I don't know what's going on with the lighting in this first clip. In the intro, it's gonna rectify after this first clip. It's fine, it's just something weird was going on, so anyway. So I think that it might be possible for me to do this tonight. Smash that like button if you believe in me. And I just will give my, updates along the way as stuff happens, as I get tired and delirious. And who knows if I'm actually going to be able to follow through with this. There's a good chance I read for like an hour and then I'm done. But I want to do this because I want to prove to myself that I can just read through this book straight. And I've done that before. It's not like I've never sat down and read a book all the way through. I have a few times. I mean, I haven't done that a lot. Who has? That would be crazy. But I've done it a few times. And so I think if I set the goal to do it and I make it the whole premise of this video, then that will give me a good motivation to actually do it. So now that I've said it out loud, said it to this camera, I'm gonna try. So let me just hop into bed and let's get started with this thing. So let me just say this video is going to contain spoilers because I'm going to talk about it as I read it. Okay, I'm going to tell you what the premise of the book is, but I also am not one of those YouTubers who likes to just make up a whole new summary and say it to the camera instead of just reading off the back of the book because they already give you a nice little summary on the back. So I'm just going to paraphrase from what is already here. So it says, for years, rumors of the Marsh Girl have haunted Barkley Cove, a quiet town on the North Carolina coast. So in 1969, when a handsome man is found dead, the locals immediately suspect Kaya Clark, who's the Marsh Girl. But Kaya is not what they say. She's sensitive and intelligent and has survived for years alone in the marsh that she calls home. So I'm thinking she might not smell that good. But the time comes when she yearns to be touched and loved. When two young men from town become intrigued by her wild beauty, Kaya opens herself to a new life until the unthinkable happens. And I think I talked about this in my book haul where I hauled this book. How did a girl who's lived in a marsh her whole life manage to get two men to fall in love with her? I don't know. I could really use a lesson or two in that specific skill. So, props to her for this. So I'm excited to see what happens, what this book is about. I really don't know much. Let's get started. Okay, so it's not that I think I'm incapable of doing this reading challenge where I try to read the whole book in one sitting. I just think that this is not the book to do it with because I'm bored. Just a little. I've heard so many great things about this book, so I'm gonna keep giving it a try, but I'm a little bored. I'm 75 pages in, and we've just spent the whole time learning about Kaya as a kid, and her just tromping around in the marsh, and her dad sucks, we're aware. And then it kind of flashes back to the present day where this guy has been killed, and the police are trying to figure out, the murder. But it's I don't really care about this murder because I don't know who the character is really. I don't care about the character. And there doesn't seem to be any connection to Kaya yet. So I'm just kind of ready for things to amp up, which is why I don't think it can hold my attention long enough to want to read through the whole book. Obviously, I know this book is so popular. It literally says on it, the worldwide sensation. So I'm not giving up on it for sure. I don't think that it's the book to try and read all in one sitting. So I think I'm going to go to bed and pick it up tomorrow. And I'm not one of those people who has to be hooked by, the first few pages like some people are. I won't give up on a book just because it takes a few chapters to get into it. I can hold out. But this book is just, we're chapters in and I'm just ready for things to get kicking. I'm ready to hear her perspective as an adult because she's still just a 7-year-old kid at this point, and I'm just like, okay, ready for things to amp up. So that's where I'm going to leave you tonight, and I will see you tomorrow once I pick up a little bit. Hey guys, so it's the next day, and it's about 1 o'clock, and I don't have much I need to be doing for the next few hours, so I'm going to continue to read Where the Crawdads Sing, and just kind of, see if I like it, see if it picks up a little bit. I'm gonna go outside and read for a little bit because it's a very nice day today. So I'll keep you updated on what I'm feeling about this book. Let's go read. Hey everyone. So the book is picking up a bit and I'm starting to enjoy it. First of all, Tate is a king. We love him. He's so nice and just kind. He's so kind. So we love Tate. And also Mabel, she's a queen. She's a queen. Especially because that her and Jumpin is also a king. But they are already living, a poor life, and they already have it really hard. But they're just helping this little girl all by herself, even though they already don't have a lot. It's just, they're kings and queens. Love them all. So that's kind of where I am right now, is Tate and Kaya, he's teaching her how to read and math, and they just kissed for the first time. So it's cute. We love it. And I'm interested to see what happens. I assume something's going to happen and Tate is going to go away. That's my prediction, is for some reason he's going to go away and then it's going to be years before they, see each other again. I'm interested to see what happens next. That's my update. Tate is such a king. I love him. Oh my gosh. He just gave her a bunch of presents for her birthday, and king. He's such a king. I love him. I'm scared. I know something's gonna happen to separate the two of them, and I just don't want it. Their age difference might be a little weird. He's 18 and she just turned 15. So we don't really love that. It's a little weird, but it's not creepy weird. And I'm sure they're going to become adults and it's not going to be as weird, but it's a little weird. But not enough to make it uncomfortable, I don't think. Anyway, love them. Okay, screw Tate. He just really said, 5 years later, let me never come back. Obviously, I understand that he's going to college, but he literally told her he was going to come back and just didn't. So he better have a good excuse. Hello? I'm so mad. Yeah, I thought he was such a good guy. Guess not. Classic men, right there. That's a man for you. I'm just kidding, but yeah, that sucks. Okay, so she's starting up her little romance with Chase, which is interesting, and I don't know how I feel about this, especially because we know that he ends up dead. So does she kill him, or does he do something really bad, which is why he gets, deaded? And so I don't know, their whole romance is kind of interesting. He did come off kind of strong and we didn't love that, but he seems like he's being genuine now about wanting to get to know her. But we also know that he gets married to someone else, so I just don't know what the nature of their relationship is going to be. I'm a little less than halfway, but almost halfway. So honestly, screw Tate. He comes back 5 years later and is like, I never stopped loving Kaya. All through college, I couldn't stop thinking about her, and now we can be together, and blah, blah, blah. He just really said that he would abandon her for 5 years and come back and she'd be like, hey, love you. He's so dumb. Okay, so Chase is trash. He obviously just wanted to hook up with her, and obviously made up all the stuff about how they were going to get married and just pressuring her into finally having sex with him. And he's trash. He's trash. They're still together now, but I can tell it's going to end soon because he finally got what he wanted, and he's garbage. He's garbage. So, I'm Team Tate. Tate's stupid, but at least he cares about Kaya. Like, I can tell he loves her. He's just stupid. But Chase sucks. Like, he just wanted to get what he wanted from her. And he's gonna end up marrying this other girl and blah, 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 blah. And he sucks. Okay, the book is good. Like, I'm invested now. I feel like it just took a while to get into it, but now I'm really invested in all the relationships and stuff, so I'm interested in to see like what is happening. Okay, I haven't filmed an update in a little while, but I've been reading this book. It's like 11:30 p.m. and right now we're in the thick of the trial, which is just crazy. The AC just turned on. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so loud. Okay, let me talk over it. Right now, it's looking like Kaya might be acquitted because her lawyer is a king. He's so smart, and really there's no hard evidence that she did it. And so it's looking good. But of course, I'm sure something's gonna happen that's gonna, you know, make it a big twist, and I don't know. And it's interesting that we don't actually know if she did it or not. So as the trial's going, it's like we don't know if she did it. I don't think she did it. I don't think she murdered him. So even though he deserves it, very much so, I mean, if she did, like, I only got claps for that. So I'm just interested to see what happens because I want to know what happened that night and I want to know how this trial ends because it really does seem like there's not enough evidence against her. Anyway, I'm going to finish this book tonight. So I will check in later. Okay, people, spoiler alert. She was found not guilty. Love to see it. Love to see it. Now, did she actually do it? I don't know. Haven't found that out yet. I'm gonna find out soon. I'm excited. If she did it, that's kind of like a flex, like power move. You know what I mean? Like he deserved it. Ooh, not me condoning murder, but me condoning murder of a rapist. Maybe. So I'm excited. I'm almost to the end of this book. Okay, I just finished the book and she killed him and I got nothing but respect for that. I can't believe she killed him. It just kind of seems like so out of character that she like did all that and planned all that to kill him. I mean, he sucked. Like, he was an evil guy. So, really, like, go Kaya. But I can't believe that she killed him and got away with it. That's freaking crazy. Overall, I really enjoyed the book. I'll probably film another clip kind of talking about my overall thoughts about it in the morning. But that was a wild ride. So, wow. Wow. Okay. I am going to film my final thoughts tomorrow. Good night. Hey everybody, so it's the next day and I'm going to be giving my final thoughts on Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. So overall, I would say I really liked this book. I understand why a lot of people liked it. Why is it such a worldwide bestseller is a little confusing to me. Like, I think it's a very good book, but I'm not exactly sure why there's so much hype, even though I do think it's very good. I gave it 4 stars on Goodread. I would say it's probably more of like a 3.5, but I just gave it 4 because I did like it. Okay, so now I'm just going to talk about some stuff that happened in the book that I don't think I commented on during my vlog. So first of all, I was super mad at both the mom and her siblings when they left her alone with this crazy abusive man, especially the mom. I just don't understand how a mother could leave her children with this horrible man who has beaten them and just never come back. Which, that's just, I don't know, that was just kind of hard for me to grasp. And even though we kind of get an explanation at the end that the mom did try to reach out, but the dad threatened to hurt them if she tried to come get them, I still just feel like there wasn't an excuse. Even though he did threaten to hurt them, if she had gathered up multiple people to go and like rescue her kids from this one man, she could have gotten them. And I know that she was really struggling with her mental health, and she really was just kind of like a victim of this cycle of abuse. So I'm trying not to like blame her for that. I feel like by the end we're supposed to kind of understand why she didn't come back, and I did a little bit, but also I was just like, no, like that's not cool. You left your child with a crazy abusive man. Like, just can't get on board with that. I will say I did really enjoy when Jody came back. At least he was a child, so he had a little bit more of an excuse to leave her. And at least he did come back for her. I definitely teared up a bit when they were reunited, and right before he left, it was just... that was a really nice moment. So I think that since I just exposed myself in my last tag about being such an emotional and like crier while I read, I thought that now every time that I talk about a book, I'm going to mention each time that made me tear up, because that just seems like, you know, it's an important thing to me because I cry all the time. So the important parts in the book that made me tear up seem like they're, you know, probably mean something. The first time I teared up was when Jody was leaving for the second time. I mean, he said he was going to be coming back. He gave her his phone number and his address, so it's not like he was abandoning her again, but it was just really emotional, him leaving after being reunited with her, so I teared up a little there. I also teared up when, at the end of the trial, her lawyer hugged her. She's basically just so freaked out. But after she was acquitted, he just like hugged her, and it was really heartwarming, and so teared up a little there. And the last two times I teared up was when Tate's dad, Scupper, died. That was just sad. Teared up a little then. And then the last and like worst time I teared up, where we actually had a little foliage from the eyes, was when Jumpin died. Oh my gosh. And specifically the line where Mabel says, "You were like a daughter to him," and Kai says, "He was my pa." Like, oh my gosh, so adorable and just sad. And so I cried when he died as well, because he was such a king. That's one of my overall notes, is that Jumpin was just such a king. I loved him. Same with her lawyer. He was also such a king. Those are the best characters in the book. Also, Chase is absolute garbage and deserved to die. Maybe. He was just so horrible for what he did to her, literally manipulating her into sleeping with him by saying that they were going to get married and they were going to have a house, all the while he was engaged and about to get married to this other girl. He's the worst type of human. Garbage. And then obviously the fact that he attempted to and almost sexually assaulted her before she was able to escape. He sucked. Was she in the right for killing him? You know, I'll never excuse murder, but am I mad that she did it and got away with it? No, not one bit. That's also the other thing I want to talk about. The ending was interesting. I kind of feel like it was like an easy ending. You spend this whole time wondering if she did it, and then they just kind of reveal in the last really page that she did do it, and it was kind of like, oh, she did, but we spent so much time like defending her and getting her off, you know, trying to believe that she didn't do it. So I don't know, I feel like something else could have been done. I don't know what. Like, I don't know if it would have been better if someone else did it, like if Tate did it, or if Jumpin did it, or someone who really cared about her did it, or if Chase's wife did it, because, you know, she found out that he was cheating on her. So it was just kind of a little bit of a letdown that Kaya was actually the one who did it. But at the same time, I was just like, okay, girl, like, I mean, go for it. Whatever. Sometimes murder is the answer. Okay, you know what? I take that back. So overall, I enjoyed this book. It really grabbed my attention about a third of the way in. I do stand by the fact that I was kind of bored at the beginning. I wish that some of the earlier chapters of her being a child had gone quicker. Overall, I really did enjoy Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. Thank you so much for watching this reading vlog. I hope that you enjoyed. I enjoyed making it and filming it. It kind of morphed into a 24-hour reading vlog instead of what I originally wanted it to be, which is fine. I kind of liked this 24-hour reading vlog. I finished the book in about a day. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please give it a like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Peace!